Okay. Uh, Once again, guys, good morning. Welcome to Programming 101 program. And you are learning, studying the language of C++. Before we dive into the topic itself, kindly type 1 if you can see my shared screen. Lesson 2 C++ Essentials. Type 1 in the chat box. Okay. Now, before we start with the presentation, I would like to know uh, if ever, whoever encounter the errors or wait lang guys, the on the process of installing the compiler, ano, and I have sent the link for the C++ compiler installation and configuration and also for the VS Code. Ayan. But VS Code naman is much easier than the C++ compiler. Ano? Anyways, if anyone naman doesn't have the C++ compiler, don't worry. We have the online compiler, which is much more easier to access. And you don't need the compiler itself and the VS Code. I'll be sending the link for the online C++ compiler. Ayan. Okay. In the chat box, I have sent the link. You can check it out. And the theme for the online compiler is just like this guys. Ano? Eto. Okay. We have the online GDB. Ayan. That is the title of this page. And then, uh, all you need to do is choose the correct language. It can be found in the right upper corner of the page. We have the language. Choose C++. Okay. And then we can type the C++ code or application. And then once we have the application written in these lines, click run in order for us to see the output. Ayan. Okay. And the output is located at the bottom. Ayan. You can see the output is hello world. This is just a substitute or alternative if you do not have the C++ compiler installed in your machine. Okay. Once again, the link is in the chat box. Okay. Let's start with the uh, presentation itself. Okay. Once again, good morning. Welcome to Lesson 2 C++ Essentials. Okay, in this course, we will study and learn one of the commonly used and known programming language, C++. Okay, learn C++. C++ is a programming language. We can create computer programs and one of the most used language in game development. It was developed by Bern Strastrup. Okay, C++ gives us programmers a high level of control over the system, resources, and memory. Why C++ is the best option as a beginner uh, into programming. C++ is one of the world's most popular programming languages. If you are into game development, you are leaning, guys, ano? You are, let's say, at your very young age, you are leaning into game development. One of the best language or the entry language for you to have is the C++. Okay. It can be found in today's operating system. Ayan. Graphical user interface and the embedded system. C++ is also portable and can be used to develop not only game but certain applications that can be adapted to multiple platforms. Ano? C++ can only not only in the uh, laptop, it can also be found in Mac, Linux, ano pa ba? Uh, Cell phone, so on and so forth. Okay. These are some of the definitions and the importance of having to know the basics of C++ before we dive into the actual coding. Okay, quick start. Let's create our first file. Siyempre, it is under C++. Write the following C++ code and save the file as hello.cpp. Okay, for now, you don't need guys to copy the code. I'll be the one. I'll teach you how to code, how to open, how to create. Okay. And then you will have naman the recorded video later, ano? Then you can watch and in order for you to write the code in your machine. But if you are fast in typing yan, you can code along with me naman. Okay, let's open our VS Code. Okay, how to create a file. In our presentation, we will create our first file named hello.cpp. .cpp means we are creating a C++ application. Okay, let's go back to VS Code and then file, open folder. Uh, okay, and then you can go to desktop and then uh, okay, I'll create a folder, PR 101. PR we have the PR 101 already na pala. Okay, let's open or let's double click the PR 101 folder. Ayan. And then uh, let's create a folder day 2. Ayan. Single click day 2 folder and then select folder. Okay, and then we are in the working folder. Okay, on the left side, in the left panel, you can see the day 2 folder. Along with the folder name, we have new file, new folder, refresh, and collapse. Okay, in creating a file, click new file. Okay, let's type hello.cpp. As you notice, I have the logo or the icon prefix to the hello file name. You can see the, let me zoom in. Ayan. Okay, you can see the icon C++, meaning to say, uh, VS Code understand that we are developing, creating a C++ application. Okay, and then we are in the working working area. Okay, let us copy the code and then let's see if we can come up with the same result. Okay, ayan. Okay, once you have the code, kindly proceed to File and click Autosave. Be sure you have the Autosave click. Okay, and then on the right corner upper part of the VS Code, you can see a small triangle. Okay, beside the triangle, we have the downward arrow. Click the downward arrow, choose Run Code. Ayan. Okay, type 2 if you can see the output, hello world. Type 2 in the chat box. Okay, and if you notice, let me zoom out for the meantime. Okay, on this working area, the output can be seen in the Output tab. Okay. Once we are dealing with the input, let's say said is entering a number, or Jamila entering a string, or Isabel entering a number. Okay. We are using the keyboard. Okay. In order for us to have that kind of, let's say we have the application, we are done. Okay. You don't need, or the thing that you need to do is uh, go to setting, choose the correct tab for the output. For today, I will not teach you naman how to do that pa. Kasi wala pa tayong input. Input function of C++ will be taught, I think, on the session, if I'm not mistaken, 9. Ano? 8 or 9. Ayan. Okay. And the output for the input function should always be in the terminal tab. Okay, not on the output. Kasi once we have the input function and you set your output tab, we cannot enter any information. Okay, that's the rule of the VS Code. Okay, let's yeah, we can close the uh output tab for the meantime. Okay, let's zoom in once again. Before we move on with the another example, what are these lines of code? Include using namespace. We have the int main, cout, return 0, and cout and return enclosed in a curly braces. Okay. What are the functions of these lines or this syntax? By the way, in coding or programming, we do not use word. Kasi yung word, that term is only for data processing like Excel, Microsoft Word. Okay. The term we use in coding or programming is syntax. Okay. Let's move on with the presentation. Okay. Line 1, the IO stream is a header file library that lets us work with the input, output objects such as cout. Cout can be located in line 5 and include IOStream is a header file that add functionality to C++ programs. What is in the line 2? Using namespace std or standard means that we can use names for objects and variables from the standard library. Okay, the line 1 and line 2 are the most important syntax in all of your C++ application because okay, VS Code guys doesn't understand what kind of language you are currently typing. Either you are coding C++, C Sharp, Java, C language, Python, so on and so forth. And then, what is the keyword or technique or function in order for the VS Code to understand that we are coding or creating an application using C++? These first two lines include and the using namespace. Ayan. Okay. Because we are borrowing functions in the C++ compiler. That those are the functions of line 1 and line 2. Don't ever forget to include or isama or nakalagay yung line 1 and line 2 sa ating C++ application. Kapag wala, hindi magkakaroon tayo ng output. Okay. Then, what is in the line 4? Int main. This is called a function. Okay. Function naman, that is another topic after the essentials, ano? Okay. And the code or the statement or the other syntaxes inside the curly bracket or curly braces will be executed. We call them the function body. Every function has a name. Okay. What is the cout? Cout is an object used together with the insertion operator. Insertion operator is just like to less than symbol. Okay. If you use only one, that is not insertion. That is comparison operator. Okay, what is the function of that insertion operator? To output your printed text. Not printed, the print text. Ano? In this example, the uh, the example a while ago, we use operator hello world. Okay. And then, ano pa ba? Return 0. Return 0 is the function we need to insert in order for us to end the main functions. Every time we use a function, we must end the function kasi we initialize the start and we should end it with the syntax also. Okay, and do not forget to add the closing bracket to actually end the main function. Some other application kasi we are tend to to forget the the closing curly bracket, ano? If we do not have the closing curly bracket and we are sure that we have the correct syntax, so on and so forth, we cannot run because we forget, ano? We forgot the closing curly symbol. Okay. What are the topics? Next topics under lesson 2. Comments, variables, operators, and the data input. Okay, data input pala is included na in this session 2, not on this session 8. Okay, first is the comments. Let's open the VS Code. Okay, and then let's create a new file. Let's name it C++ underscore comments.cpp. Okay, guys, you can name your file name or your folder any name you can think of. Ano? Kahit ano naman pwede. Okay. Be sure all of your file name or folder starts with letter. Yun lang naman ang hinihingi ng VS Code. Okay. And then, what is the comment? Okay. Let's copy some code. Ayan. Okay, we have include again the IO stream. We have using namespace. We have another function. And then, inside the function body, we have line 8 to 9 first, see out, hello, world, and insertion operator and L. What is the function of and L or end line? Meaning to say, the next statement for the hello world will be placed onto the next line. That is the function of NL. Okay, if we do not have the end L, we will have an output of hello world, welcome to C++ programming in a single line. Okay, now, every time guys, we have a function, we must end the function with the proper syntax of return 0. Okay, for the meantime, let's run the application and let's see what is the output. Okay, hello world, welcome to com C++ programming. Okay, let's clear terminal muna, ano? Ayan, terminal. And then let's rerun the application. Okay, we have the output, hello world, welcome to C++ programming. Okay, we have two lines of code, but into the actual code, we have lines 6 and 7. It says, the code below will print the words hello world to the screen and it is amazing. Okay, that is called the comment. In C++, if we need to add a comment, it must be enclosed in / asterisk at the beginning and then at the end */. If we use this format, we can include multi-line comment. Okay, what is the single line comment? It can be found in line 9 after the semicolon. // This is a comment. Now, what is the function of comment? Okay, ano ba ang trabaho ng ating comment sa ating coding? All of the programming languages has its comment format. Now, what is actually the function? The function is it gives us explanation or something definition or additional info to a certain line of code or it gives us additional uh, info or so on and so forth into a certain block of function. That's only the purpose. Ano? It is readable, but it is not executable because it is only a comment. Ano? Kahit you have 100 lines of comment, it will not ex- execute as a running code. The VS Code will only read the comment. Okay. Now, let's proceed with the variables. Okay. Let's skip na kasi we are done with the comment. Okay. Variables. Okay. Let's proceed with the VS Code. Let's open. Let's create another file. C plus plus. Once again, you can name your file any name you want, guys. Ano? Uh, variables.cpp. Ayan. Anong, ano tayo? Okay. Enter. Ayan. And let's clear terminal first. Wala. Ito pala. Ayan. Then let's close. Okay. First is let's copy some code before we. Ayan. Okay. We have the code na. Let's go to the presentation. Variables are containers for storing data values. Okay. In layman's term or in uh, a simple example, okay, your mom has a basket and that basket contains apples, contains a grape, contains banana, or grocery items. Okay, that basket is the variable. It contains anything, and the values are the content. Apples, grapes, banana, grocery items. Okay, then in C++, we have different types of variables. We have int or integer, meaning we can use numbers, whole numbers only. We do not use decimal point as integer. If we use decimal point, it is also number in general, but in C++, we call it float. Okay, and we have the double. Ayan. If you can see in the description, double number or data type has a decimal point. Okay, and then we use char or character. When we use char as a data type, we can include a value with a single character, either small or big. Now, what is string? String is a simple statement or a text statement. Hello world is an example of string data type. What is Boolean or BOOL? Ano? It stores value with two states, true or false, yes or no. Okay. Ayan. Okay, let's open the VS Code. Let's have an example. Okay, include files, include using namespace. We have the main function, main. Line 5, guys, FYI, main is the function name. Okay, once again, if you declare a function, you must always state the name of your function. For this instance, we use main, but we can use PCC. Okay, it depends on us as developer to think of any name for our variables, functions, so on and so forth. Okay, we have the uh, line 8, integer number. We are declaring and initialize a data type which is integer. Okay, our variable name is number and not variable name. Okay, variable name nga. And then we have a data type of integer and the value is 5. Okay, and then line 11, see out, meaning to say we will print out some output. Okay, and then insertion operator, and then enclose. sa double quote is the number. Whenever you see double quote or single quote, it is a simple string statement. Ano? It doesn't operate other than showing a simple statement. Okay, and then followed by another insertion, number. Then followed by another end line. Okay, line 11, once again, number is being used in line 11. But what is the value of number? It will be based on line 8, which is the value is 5. If we run the application, we have an output of 5. Okay, number 5. Okay. And then in C++, guys, ano, we can redeclare the variable name. For this instance, we use again number, but this time we change the value from 5 to 10. And we call it again using cout. Number enclosed in the double quote and the number which has the updated value of 10 and then return 0. End of the function. Once we run this application, we will have an output of 5 and 10. Okay, based on the output, we have number 5 and 10. That's how we create a variable with using different type of data, either integer, string, float, so on and so forth. There are different type, guys, of data, no? Not only string and float. We have double. Ayan. Okay. Let's move on with the presentation. Okay. The presentation, guys, is the one that you can see in the example. Ano? Okay. We can skip this na. Okay. C++ operator. Okay. We will not uh, uh, discuss all of the C++ operators, but there are lot of operators. We will focus only on the arithmetic operator. And what are those? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Those are the arithmetic operators. And then we have also the modulo and the exponent. Modulo is getting the remainder only, not the quotient. We have the quotient, we have the remainder. Modulo is getting the remainder. And then we have the exponent. The exponent, we use double asterisk. Okay. Just like multiplication. Multiplication lang is using single asterisk. Okay. Let's go to VS Code. Let's create another file, C++ underscore operators, operators.cpp. Okay. And then let's create or let's add our example. Okay. We have a lot of lines. Okay. Include files, include using namespace, and then we have a function, main. Okay. We initialize first a variable with its value. Variable A, variable B. And then, based on its output, we have an integer data type variable. Okay. because 6 and 3 are integers. Then we will add or we will get the sum first of the two variables, 6 and 3. Okay. Without the coding, we are sure that 6 plus 3 is 9. 6 minus 3, 3. 6 times 3, 18. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Okay, what are the syntax to compute the two variables based on its operation? Okay, for addition, this is in the line 11. See out. Okay, and then uh, insertion A. It will present us first the current value, which is 6. And then open close parenthesis plus. And then insertion B. A plus B. That is not an actual operator for now. Ano? Okay. And then insertion open close equal insertion A plus B. That is the actual operation. A plus B. And then and L. Just like what we have in line 12, we just change the operation into its uh, current operation. Okay. If we subtract, we use minus. If we multiply, we use asterisk. If we divide, we use the forward slash. And once we complete the code or the syntax from line 1 down to it depends on your lines and it doesn't have the curly underline color in red. Okay, that is the time that we will have an error if we run the application. But as of now, we cannot see naman the underscore na kulay pula. Okay, we can run this application and we will have an output of yan, ah, 6 plus 3, 9. 6 minus 3, 3. 6 times 3, 18. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. That's how the arithmetic operator works. Ano? Okay. And then, let's move on with the uh, presentation. Okay, we have also the modulo, the exponent. Ayan, we have relational operators. We have the logical operators. We have the assignment operators. Okay, this is an example of arithmetic operator. Okay, before we dive into the input, I'll give you some example of, dito muna tayo. We are done with arithmetic dito sa relational. Okay, based on the presentation, illustration, the result is true and false, meaning we have a Boolean, a type of output when we use relational operator. Okay, let's have an example of relational operator. Ito na lang. Copy this one and then let's have a comment. This is relational operator. And then we will use less than operator and then okay. Uh-huh. Okay, let's run the application, guys. Wait lang, guys, ha. Okay, we can continue na. Okay. And then, mm, okay, let's run the application. 6 is less than 3 is false. Ano? Okay, but later I will send the complete syntax of all of the operators, including relational, logical, and the assignment. Okay, but you can do your own research, and then let's we will discuss the some of the examples next meeting. Okay, let's move on with the last topic for today's session, and that is data input. Okay, you have already learned that cout is used to make an output. Now we will use the cin to get the input from the user. We use the keyword or syntax sin or CIN uh, to read data from the keyboard with an extraction operator of greater than. Okay, two greater than to be exact. Okay, let's have an example of uh, a function using not only cout but cin also. No? Ayan. Let's close some of the application. Let's create a new file, C++ underscore input. Dot cpp. Okay. And then let's have an example of, okay, ayan. We have include using namespace. We have the main folder and main variable or main function. And then we initialize a variable with the name my number. Okay. We can initialize without declaring a value. That is a normal thing in C++. Okay. And then we use enter your number. That is cout. And then line 14, we use cin to fetch data from the user. And extractor operator ang ginamit natin, followed by my number. Meaning to say, whatever the info we get from the user, it will be saved into my number variable. Okay. And then line 17, we will print out that value. See out, insertion, you type simple text, then insertion once again, my number variable. That is the value that we got from the user. Okay, and then see out again just to add a period, and then return 0 to end our main function. Once we run the application, we will have an output of, okay, the thing is we are in the cout. We will uh, transfer the output from output tab to terminal. Okay. Setting, and then let's type terminal, and then run code configuration, and then in the code runner option, run in terminal, click whether to run in integrated terminal. Be sure to check it out. Okay. Once we check the terminal, we can rerun the application. Okay, let's stop for the meantime because it is actually running pa rin now. Run and then run code. Now, the output is in the terminal tab. Okay, then this is the time we can insert a value. Okay, kasi when we are in the output tab, we cannot, although we can run the program, but we cannot enter a value. We should change the window from output tab to terminal tab. Okay, the setting once again is don't worry, this video naman is being recorded. You can rewatch later, no? Okay. Enter yung number 5. Okay. Then once we hit the enter key, you type 5. We have a running application. Okay. Clear terminal X, and then end of lesson 2. That's all, guys. And the files, the presentation, and the recorded video will be sent into the Google Drive that I have sent during the session 1. But I will send it again. Waiting, guys. Programming 101. Ayan. Okay. Okay. I have sent the link sa ating chat box. You can check it out. The content are the lessons we have learned today.